is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip. This is the unlocked version. I don't know if you can tell just by looking at it, this is actually the purple version. I don't know if the box is going to be color coded to the phone color, but it is to mine. Okay, and the top of the lid, standard instructions as well as the SIM pin. There's the phone. Got the care instructions on the top. Let's see what else comes with it. So you got your charger. It's an adaptive fast charger. USB cable. This looks like the AKG headsets. Yep, AKG headset. Yeah, let's take it out. Got the extra earpieces. USB-C version. Okay. Okay, and you got a USB-A to USB-C adapter inside here as well. Don't think there's anything else in here. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, let's check out the phone. It's got some warnings on the front. Pretty obvious stuff. Don't press the screen or the front camera with a hard or sharp object, such as a pen or your fingernail. That's obvious. When folding the device, do not place any objects such as cards, coins, or keys on the screen. Device is not water or dust resistant. Do not expose to liquids or small particles. That's probably because of the hinge here. Do not attach adhesives such as films or stickers to the main screen. This already comes with a screen protector on it, so you shouldn't have to put anything else over it. Your device contains magnets. Keep a safe distance between your device and objects that may be affected by magnets, such as credit cards and implantable medical devices. If you have an implantable medical device, consult your physician before use. I wonder if it affects compasses like on my watch or something. Okay, so let's go ahead and take this off. There we go. Shiny, look at that. Pretty nice. USB-C slot, SIM card and memory, SD and micro SD card. This is probably the power button and the fingerprint sensor. This is probably your volume. Nice and small. Apparently it's got a really tight hinge, but because of that you can actually leave it. I guess they call this the flex mode. So you can just put it on flat object. You can do recording like that, so you don't need a tripod now with this. That might come in handy, although it's kind of slick. I can see this thing falling off if you put it on any kind of an angle. All right, let's go ahead and power it on. Yep, and that was the power button. Oops, sorry about that.
Let's get started. Let me help you get set up more easily by guiding you through the steps. Let's look at the terms and conditions. Once you read and agree to these, we can really get going.
Pretty standard. It's the same stuff that's always on a new phone. Actually, I'll just leave it all.
Wi-Fi would be quite handy here. Choose a network.
Okay, so I went ahead and connected to my internet. Click next. There actually isn't much battery life left in here. Let's see if we can see that. So hopefully I'll be able to go through the whole setup. Okay, now it wants to copy apps and data. This is basically the same setup that you will see with any other phone. So I'm not going to bore you with all this. I'm going to go ahead and go through all the setup offline, and then I'll just come back with it after I'm done. Okay, and here it's gone through most of the setup already. And here it is again, giving you some warnings about the screen. Avoid pressing hard on the screen or front camera lens. Tap the screen lightly to keep it safe. Make sure there's nothing on your screen when you fold the phone. It's not water or dust resistant. Don't stick adhesives to it. And keep your phone away from things that can get demagnetized. Okay. Just like normal, swipe down, you got your apps. Swipe up, you got your apps. Swipe from the top, you got your drop-down menu. Got your standard apps that are installed: Google, Microsoft, Samsung. Some of the stuff is what was brought over from my other phone, my Note 10 Plus. So not all that stuff is going to be the standard. See, I've got it hooked up to my charger. See, when you fold it, you got a little clock that pops up, gives you the battery, the date. You got 40% charge on it right now. And again, this is the power button, also works as your fingerprint sensor. And there's an advanced settings in here that you can go to, where you can actually set other functionalities to this. So go to the advanced features. Here's some of the features you've got. Mess with the side key, Bixby routines, call and text and other devices. You can link this to Windows, same way you can with the Galaxy Note 10. Multi-window tray, smart pop-up, direct share. You can reduce the animations, motion and gestures, lift to wake, finger sensor gestures, open and close apps and features with the fingerprint sensor, which again was the power button. Palm swipe to capture, swipe to call. So you can use this as a scroll. See, I'm just using the fingerprint sensor now to scroll. So you can use it as a scroll wheel on different things. See, now I don't have to even touch the screen, just using the fingerprint sensor. single take, regular photo, video. Here you got more. You can do a pro, panorama, food, live focus, video, live focus, night shooting, pro video, super slow-mo, hyperlapse, Bixby vision here. You got the AR zone. Let's just take a random photo here. Go to the gallery. And you see here when I bent it, the photo moved up to the top half of the screen. And on the bottom half, you got your details here. You can scroll it up here. If this was a video playing, it would do the same thing. You put a video top here. You can have controls on the bottom like here. All my controls are on the bottom for the picture. Trash, settings, edit, favorites. Or if it's fully open, then you got it like normal. But again, if you close it, it goes up to the top of the screen, so now it's split. That's pretty much how the multi-apps is going to work as well. You can put one app on top, one app on the bottom. So right here, in order to do like multi-screen like I was mentioning a minute ago, you can just go to, one of the ways to do it is just go to your recents if you already have something open. Long press the symbol, open up in split screen view. That's the first app. Now it's asking for the second one. Let's go ahead and select this one. Now you can see the top half is the first app that I chose. The bottom half is the second app. You can bet it splits right there where the bend is. So now you can mess with two apps at the same time. I have to say, you can notice, one thing I do notice, the impression in the middle. It is noticeable, but it's not really that bad. It just feels like just a little lump and that's it. And really, if I'm swiping around, it's a little noticeable, but I don't see it as being annoying or anything, not to me at least. You just hit the back button, which closes the bottom app. And then the top app is still up here. Just hit the X on top, and that closes out the second app as well. One thing also, if you're taking pictures, you mentioned how it's got the flex. If you bend it, you can see how the camera portion is now on top and all the controls are on the bottom. Single take photo. It's showing the little options here. As you see, this is the first time I opened up the app, so it's giving me the little things that the single take option can do for photos, pictures, ultra wide, smart crops, filtered photos. And you have your little settings options here. As you'll see, it's got one camera in the front, it's dead center just like the Note 10. This one only has two cameras in the back. If I remember right, it is a 12 megapixel camera in the back. One is an ultra-wide camera, and I think the other one's just a standard. Unlike the newer S20 and the Note 10s that have got multiple cameras, this only has two. And really the cameras, in my opinion, aren't even as great as the Note 10 or the S10 or the S20. And really going by the specs of this Flip Z, it feels like it's a generation back compared to the other flagship phones that Samsung makes. But yet you're paying for the price of a current gen. Like what you get just to be able to flip your phone together. I would say the size of this is probably similar to the Note 10 Plus. There is a little bit of a gap when it's closed. I don't know if you can see it in there. Yeah. See how the light, how it shines through. And this is probably where you got to be careful in terms of all the dust and water possibly getting inside right in here where the flex is. Personally, I like the hardware fingerprint sensors as opposed to the built-in in-screen. This one just seemed, these hardware buttons, I don't know why, it just seems like as if they pick it up a lot better, a lot faster. I always have trouble with the ultrasonic screen fingerprint in my Note 10. It drives me insane. Or Note 10 Plus. I really miss the hardware ones. You do have the little, you do feel a little crease here. Like I said, not too much. I don't really notice it that much. This is the spot where the SD card and SIM card would go. However, what I did not notice before was that this actually does not hold an SD card. It's only a SIM card slot. So you open it up, and that's it. I actually did not notice that in the specs before I got this, which would explain why I never noticed it in any of the pamphlets I read about there being one, because there is none. It's not expandable. You have whatever you get, and that's it. So that's something to keep in mind if you're the type that likes having micro SD slots in your phone, which I do. So to power this off or restart it, you just drop down and you got the little, I don't know if you can see that there, power icon. Just press that. Now you've got your shut off options. If you hold the button down, it actually launches Bixby instead, which used to be the power off. Now there is a way to change that by going into the menu. So if you don't want this button to open Bixby, another option that you have is to go ahead and reset it back to the original, or like the older phones are, so that works as a power button. What you would do is go to Advanced Features, go to the very top first one, I don't know if you can see that, it says Side Key, click on that, and here you have the options, press and hold. Right now it's set to Wake Bixby. You can change that to the power off menu. You can also set the double press. Double presses to open Bixby. You can set it as a quick launch camera, or you can set it to open an app instead. Otherwise, like I mentioned, in order to power it off, you'd use the quick panel. Here's another way to do it. The side and volume down keys. If you press and hold the side and volume down keys, that'll power it off. Or if you're on Bixby, tell Bixby to turn off the phone. So another feature that you will find on this phone that you're going to find on a lot of the newer Samsungs as well is that this one has the Powershare feature. And turn that on, you just go to the menu here. Let's see, look for wireless power share, click that. Tells you it's ready to charge, says put your phone back to back with another device, align the other device with your phone's battery as shown, in which case, so you got to line it up right with the battery in order for it to charge. As you can see, actually I don't know if you can see it or not, but the LED is lit right here, showing that it's currently being charged. And here's something else that it looks like they brought over from the other flagship phones. Even though this isn't a curved display, and on the curved display phones you have that little sidebar menu, looks like they put it on here too. It's like if you just slide off to the side, there's your sidebar, your edge bar. Everybody, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day or good night. And stay safe, everyone.